I guess he didn't like my mole joke. Oh my God, he's killing me.
Sean, why are we doing this exercise?
Speed, power, strength, conditioning. That's the way to do it. There is no limit. Always start. 9, 10, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1/3 to go. Ah, come on.
1, 2, 1.
The problem is not the first one. After the first one, there's a second one. There's a third one. That's when the burn starts to kick in. And then we got two options. We quit, or we keep going. We always go for option 2.
I believe only God. I believe only my family, my team. My team support me. My friends support me. My God help me and support. I'm long tongue in my life. Listen, hey, it's not possible. No, don't try. Don't go this. Don't go this. I will do it.
He beat AJ twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice, and now he beat Dubois twice. That's crazy.
No, it's incredible.
Those are two of the best, like, of this era. I think he's one of the best of all time. I really do. I think he's one of the best heavyweights of all time.
This is exercise, help me win. This is exercise, help me win. Work, 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 work.
Undisputed cruiserweight world champion, undisputed heavyweight world champion, just a phenomenal fighter.
He's on a list of the greatest of all time in all the ways that define greatness. He knew his greatest asset was his ability to find a way to win. I'm just talking about it. The core that makes him great is his character. His greatest strength is his character.
You don't box this guy. Unbelievable great. He's amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali. He might not of the last generation. We have to give him the credit where he's due. He is that guy.
Do you believe this? Has Oleksandr Usyk become the heavyweight champion?
For me, mistake, it's not bad.
I think this is one of those crossovers that right place, right time, right person from the other side coming to Usyk. And I think we're in a world right now in combat sports where we are really happy about this compared to some other fights where maybe it was a boxer against a much lesser, whether it was influencer or a much older MMA fight or whatever it is. I think that the eyes on all these, and I love that MVP is doing their thing and giving another platform, another option for people. You know, without that, you know, like Rico turned down Derek Lewis for whatever reason, didn't work out. But then look at this, he has an opportunity to co-main event and Francis. How many guys say that they turned down Francis to go fight the best boxer in heavyweight history, right? Like, we're in a very interesting landscape right now, especially for heavyweight in combat sports where we could see these type of fights. And of all those, if you want to call them stunts, circus fights, Chael, I think you would agree. This one is not a circus fight. This one will be more competitive than people expect because, yeah, you are tying his legs together, but the guy can box.
When it comes to the showdown between Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven, even the experts are refusing to make quick predictions. And that uncertainty is exactly what's fueling the hype around.
So, Rico, when Chael asked you about the contract, you mentioned that you have the option. Say you go out there, not that this is completely out of control, and you go out there and win, does Usyk not have that automatic rematch clause? Because I have to imagine if this fight, when this fight happens, not if, it's obviously happening, and this thing is as competitive as it gets, regardless of who wins, especially with the state of heavyweights, regardless of combat sports right now. Like the world needs the heavyweights to shine. And we know that you do in your perspective sport. We know what he does. Could this be an ongoing, rematch trilogy series if the fight is close pending on? I look at your smile. I got to imagine that's been discussed as well, right?
Not from my side, to be honest. Like in my contract, there's no like fixed thing in it to have a fixed rematch with Usyk. But maybe it is in his contract. I don't know. But let's like I said, let's wait and see. And to be honest, like I think for like 95 or maybe even 99% of the world, this is a tune-up fight for him. He's just like, let's see if he wants to warm up and get ready for something else again. So yeah, I'm here. I'm putting in all the work, and like I said, what an opportunity I have to showcase my skills on the highest level. So for me, it's just now transitioning into boxing and making that switch and turn into a professional boxer.
Can you stop beating us up?
Usyk's call, how he wants to go about. He gets hit standing straight up. He's not easy to miss, to be honest. He's right in front of you. It's going to be up to him. What's his chances? I think slim and none, to be honest.
Analysts keep circling the same question. On one side, Oleksandr Usyk brings elite footwork, lightning hand speed, and one of the sharpest boxing IQs in the sport. On the other, Rico Verhoeven arrives with size, relentless pressure, and world-class striking from an entirely different combat system. But the discussion isn't limited to experts. Verhoeven himself has spoken about the fight, making it clear that he's stepping in with absolute confidence in his own skills.
Tone, your old foe, Oleksandr Usyk, is scheduled to fight Rico Verhoeven. I think I keep getting his name wrong, May 23rd in Egypt. What's your initial thoughts on this, Tone?
He's been doing easy touch, hasn't he, for a while.
Well, he fought you.
I don't want to say he's an easy touch. I think it'll be really interesting for about 6 or 7 minutes. I think 1 or 2 rounds. And then I think once he figures him out, because he's going to be an absolute nightmare to prepare for. He's going to be throwing punches from all kinds of mad angles. He's going to be doing things that he should never be doing. He'll be really awkward, really crazy for the first few rounds. And then I think he'll figure him out and then he'll punish him.
When asked about entering a fight without one of his most dangerous weapons, his kicking game, Rico doesn't hesitate for a second. He embraces the challenge and reminds everyone that boxing isn't something new for him. It's a craft he's been sharpening for nearly 15 years. He recalls the early stages of his career in the Netherlands, where he sparred with elite fighters connected to Tyson Fury's camp, proving he could compete at a high level. For Rico, this isn't about losing a weapon. It's about revealing a side of his skill set that many fans have never truly seen.
Okay, now, and let me ask you this, like your courage is kind of second to none. If people go and look at the record and the guys that you stepped in there with, but this is a different challenge when they take your weapon away. They're literally holstering your legs and you're a kicker. When you look at that, is that concerning? Is that exciting? Or does that like hurt your confidence? What is that like to go into a contest where they take one of your tools from you?
No, definitely not, because for a lot of people that don't know, I've been training boxing for the last, let's say, close to 15 years. So, like back in the day, Tyson Fury was training here in the Netherlands and they needed sparring partners. So that's how I got introduced to boxing on the highest level. So I came in as a sparring partner and I just kept showing up. And we were with a group of kickboxers. And I think after 2 weeks, it was just me. So I was like, where is everybody? Yeah, they canceled, so it's just you. Oh man, I gotta go 12.
As he prepares for Usyk, Rico also talks about how refreshing the shift in training has been. Even when you love a sport, constant repetition can eventually start to feel routine. But changing the rules and the focus can bring a completely new energy. Under the guidance of Coach Peter Fury, the camp has shifted from kickboxing preparation to pure boxing fundamentals. Rico explains that the difference is dramatic. While people often group MMA, boxing, and kickboxing together, he stresses that each discipline has its own rhythm, strategy, and method of preparation. That change has brought a new level of excitement to his training camp.
when you look at Usyk, by the way, I've been able to do some different training too, Rico, and I gotta tell you, there's like this relief in it, because no matter how much you like something or it's your favorite sport, it becomes mundane over time. And if you can mix it up, if you can just change one of the rules, sometimes it changes the training and it makes everything a little bit more fun, a little bit more fresh. Are you going through that? Like, are you experiencing that, getting ready for Usyk?
Yes, sir. 100%. 100%. Because my trainer, Peter Fury, is like so crazy excited now, because he was teaching me boxing, but to kickbox. And now he's training boxing for me to box. So that's totally different. The stands are different. And it's the same. I understand for a lot of people, when they think of MMA, boxing, and kickboxing, they think like it's martial arts, it's fighting, it's all the same. Well, guys, you know it's not the same. They're three totally different disciplines with their own style and their own training method.
Looking ahead to the clash with Usyk, Rico makes one thing absolutely clear. This fight is strictly boxing. While the contract reportedly leaves room for multiple bouts in the future, he's keeping his focus entirely on this one contest. The negotiations were straightforward, and there was never any discussion about Usyk stepping into a kickboxing match. Rico understands exactly what he's stepping into, and his mission is simple: prove himself inside the boxing ring.
Let's go to Usyk. For example, you beat Usyk. Do you stay in boxing? I mean, it would almost feel like you have to. It would almost feel like you got to pass that opportunity to somebody else. But contractually, is that officially locked up? Have they locked you up for multiple matches?
Now we got the option. We got the option to do multiple matches, but I'm also open to do different things. So yeah, let's see what the future holds. Like I'm open.
And Rico, was this negotiation ever a two-way street? Like, was it, hey Rico, if you want to fight Usyk, you're coming over to boxing, or was there a suggestion ever made to Usyk that he would have to do kickboxing?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. It was definitely a boxing match.
With the contract finalized and the spotlight fixed firmly on boxing, Rico openly gives Usyk the respect he deserves. He praises the Ukrainian champion's toughness, resilience, and his remarkable ability to overcome larger opponents, qualities Rico believes he shares himself. Still, he doesn't hide from the magnitude of the challenge. For Rico, stepping into the ring with someone of Usyk's caliber is not only a risk, but a privilege, a moment he has been preparing for throughout many years of training and competition.
And when you look at Usyk, I mean, you must be rather impressed, right? I mean, he in many ways is a lot like you. He's very gritty, he's very tough, he's oftentimes undersized, he finds a way to win, like, you know, respect-wise. It's very hard sometimes when you respect a guy to then go, but I've got to beat this guy. Sometimes it's easier to hold somebody in a bigger light than we can hold ourselves. I mean, I'm just trying to get inside of your brain. Not a lot of people would make that walk, and you jumped at the chance. So if you were to just level with me, how you feeling about that fight?
It's such an honor. It's such an honor to, first of all, get the opportunity to just get into boxing, and now I got the opportunity to face the very, very best of the sport, like for so many years.
Rico goes even further when discussing Usyk's legacy. From dominating the cruiserweight division to moving up and silencing doubters at heavyweight, Usyk's journey commands enormous respect in Rico's eyes. At the same time, Rico sees this opportunity as his own moment on the global stage, a chance to test himself against one of boxing's elite and prove what he is capable of. According to Chael Sonnen, this fight isn't driven by money for Rico, but by belief. Despite having other lucrative options available, Rico chose to face Usyk because he truly believes he can win. Sonnen points out that it's rare for both fighters in a matchup to carry genuine confidence in victory, and Rico's mindset only adds more intrigue for the fans watching. That belief and willingness to challenge the very best elevates this fight beyond a spectacle. It becomes a true test of skill and heart. Sonnen explains that the stakes create a fascinating dynamic. With the fight taking place strictly under boxing rules, the pressure shifts heavily onto Usyk, while Rico must prove he can succeed without relying on his kicking arsenal. Pressure, Sonnen says, can drain energy and expose weaknesses in a fighter's conditioning. Yet Rico has already shown glimpses of his boxing ability during sparring sessions with Tyson Fury, demonstrating movement, timing, and ring control even without his usual kickboxing weapons. For Sonnen, the matchup resembles a strategic chess match where one fighter steps fully into the other's world. Meanwhile, Moses Itama raises a different concern, the question of fairness and stakes. He wonders whether it's truly right for Rico to challenge for a world title in his very first professional boxing bout. Although he acknowledges that Usyk has earned the freedom to choose his opponents, Itama admits the scenario feels almost unbelievable, highlighting how rare it is for a crossover fighter to immediately compete for such a prestigious championship. Ariel Helwani offers another perspective entirely, focusing on the implications if Rico actually pulls off the upset. In Helwani's view, defeating someone of Usyk's level, even by knockout, would be an extraordinary achievement regardless of Rico's experience in boxing. A victory over one of the sport's most respected champions would carry undeniable legitimacy. In that sense, Rico could earn the title simply by proving he can beat a fighter of Usyk's caliber. Building on that argument, Itama adds that if the opportunity to fight Usyk for the WBC title truly exists, turning it down would make little sense. While he agrees the situation is unconventional, he emphasizes that moments like this rarely come twice, and taking the challenge could define Rico's career. On the other side, Tony Bellew analyzes how the early rounds might unfold between Usyk and Rico. He expects the opening moments to be chaotic, with Usyk firing punches from awkward angles while constantly shifting his position in ways that make him incredibly difficult to read. According to Bellew, Rico may initially struggle with the unpredictable rhythm and movement. However, once Rico begins to understand Usyk's patterns, Bellew believes he could potentially adjust and find opportunities to impose his own control. Bellew also highlights Rico's time in elite boxing camps as a major factor. Training with Tyson Fury and spending years under the guidance of Peter Fury means Rico has already been exposed to high-level boxing environments and proven that he can compete there. Still, Bellew stresses that Usyk's ring IQ and tactical mastery present an entirely different challenge. He predicts that after a few rounds, Usyk will start reading Rico's timing and landing clean shots more consistently, forcing even a seasoned kickboxer into a defensive and reactive position. So now the big question remains: who walks away victorious in this massive clash? Let us know your prediction in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fight breakdowns and analysis.